as a matter of fact, there are more books underneath that you cannot see down in this region. I kind of bought a lot of books, but is anyone really that surprised? Because you shouldn't be! Literally cannot even include a thumbnail because of how many books there are. Like, I physically cannot hold them all, or there's no way they will even... It's just... it won't happen. Yes, and if you haven't noticed, there are 2 bookshelves instead of just 1 bookshelf now. Hello, today I'll be filming my April book haul. So, as you can see in that thumbnail, I got quite a lot of books this month, partly because it was my birthday, so I got a couple books. Most of it is not because of my birthday, but I got a couple books on my birthday. So a lot of these books are from the Friends of the Library book sale that's currently going on in Gainesville right now. It's basically a bunch of old books people have donated, and then the Friends of the Library organization is selling them for pretty cheap prices. Usually they're $4 or under, and that's why I have so many books. Not surprising, but yep. Also, as I said, I have 2 bookcases now. This was my original bookcase. This is the one behind me is my new bookcase. My friends got it for me for my birthday because it got to a point where I had so many books that I could not fit on my shelf that I had them in like a tub, and I had them just like on the floor around my bookshelf because I didn't have enough room. So my friends kindly bought me this bookshelf and also built it for me, which is... I have cool friends, guys. It's kind of cool. But first I'll start out with the books that I bought before this book sale. Also, just as a side note, I probably won't be explaining many of these books because I have, I think, 28 books, which is one of, not my biggest book haul, but it's very close second. I think my biggest book haul is 30 books. This book haul is 28 books. I will not be able to talk much about any of these books. The first book I have is The Status of All Things by Liz Fenton and Lisa Steinck. I think that's how you say that. But I got this book because I read one of their other books. I think it was Your Perfect Life, and I absolutely love that book, and I heard about this book. And it's been out for a while now, but I finally decided to buy it. It's basically about someone who their Facebook statuses is what actually happens in real life. So this girl starts using her Facebook statuses to alter her life. And the next 3 books I got at Books A Million on my birthday in the discount section. The first book I have is Breakable by Tamara Weber. The next book I have is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. And I have not read any Morgan Matson books, but I also own her book Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and I'm excited to read her books. I also bought A Beautiful Wedding by Jamie McGuire. I read The Beautiful Disaster, and even though I don't really like novellas, usually I decided that this book kind of sounded interesting, and so I bought it. And then these next 2 books are books that I bought from Book Outlet. This book is Beryl Rights by Hannah Kent, and I at first didn't think I was going to buy this book. I thought I was going to wait on buying it, but they had a signed copy on Book Outlet, which is amazing to me. Let's see if I can find the signature. Oh, I don't want to open it that far, but right there, isn't that cool? That's so cool! And the last book I bought was The Brilliant Light of Amber Sunrise by Matthew Crow, and I literally bought this because of a cover buy. Like, look how beautiful this cover is. And these next roughly 23 books are all books that I got from the Friends of the Library book sale. So I bought all of these books for $4 or less, and actually the most expensive book I bought was $2, so that's not that much, obviously. The first book I bought was The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Neffingegger, something like that. And the reason I bought that book, I have read it before. I bought it because my friend borrowed my copy, and she's had it for like years now, and I realized I'm probably never gonna get that copy back, so I just was like, well, it's like $1.50, so I might as well just buy it again. Also, side note, if anyone's ever held that book up, that book literally weighs like 4 pounds by itself. It's so heavy. The next book I bought was Stones from the River by Ursula Haigi. I also have read that book, and I've bought that book multiple times now, but it's my mom's favorite book, and I did not enjoy it at all, but I feel like it's kind of important to at least own my mom's favorite book and have it on my bookshelf. I just kind of feel like that's something I should do. The next book I bought was Save Me by Lisa Scottoline, and if you saw my last book haul, I'm starting to be interested in this author because my grandma and my cousin really like her, and also I think Jodi Picoult, or technically it's Picoult, but I say Picoult, she actually blurbed this book, and I absolutely love Jodi Picoult, and you'll find out how much I love her if you stay tuned in this video. And I meant to, last Friends of the Library book sale, though I didn't do a book haul about it, I bought a lot of Sophie Kinsella books, and I expected I bought her most of the books from Confessions of a Shopaholic, and I thought at this book sale that I'd probably be able to finish or complete that series. But this book sale, not saying it's any less amazing than last book sale, but the book sale basically is entirely based on books people donate, and so I guess this time a lot of people didn't donate Sophie Kinsella books, but these next two books are Sophie Kinsella books. I bought Remember Me by Sophie Kinsella, and I also bought Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. And I also bought I've Got Your Number by Sophie Kinsella. I didn't realize that this was another Sophie Kinsella book I bought because it's a mass market paperback copy of it. The next couple books I bought were Emily Giffin books, and I actually have another one of her books, but my friend is currently borrowing it. I bought Something Borrowed by Emily Giffin, and I do actually already own this book. My friend's borrowing it, but I just wanted to buy it in case she, like, read it over the summer because I'm going home soon, and she's going to be here, so I wanted to have it just in case I wanted to read it at home over the summer. And I also bought Something Blue by Emily Giffin, but my friend's borrowing that one when she finishes Something Borrowed since they're a series. And then I bought Where We Belong by Emily Giffin. I also bought P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. The Fame Game by Lauren Conrad. I have, I think, her first book, and I think it's the Starstruck series, but this book was there, so I decided to buy it. The Innocent by David Baldacci. I know a lot of you are probably going to be surprised by the fact that I bought a David Baldacci book, because people probably don't expect me to like his books. I've read The Hit by David Baldacci, and I loved it. And when I had looked up The Innocent online, I'd assumed that it was not a series, but it is. And I bought The Hit in multiple, like, I accidentally bought 2 copies of The Hit, and that's the second book in the series, but still, I don't know entirely if I'll end up reading that book because of the fact that it's a series, but again, I probably bought that book for like $1, so it's okay. And then I actually bought Outlander by Dana Gabaldon, even though I actually have a copy. You might even be able to see it in the frame somewhere up here. But I bought it again because even though I'm not entirely sure if I'll still read this, I like the fact that it's a hardcover. And I think these books usually aren't hardcover, but I think it's just hardcover because this was an ex-library book. But it was 50 cents. Like, what? How? Now, in this next part of the video, you will see my obsession with Jodi Picoult. That's all there really is to say. I mean, you'll see how much I'm obsessed. How about The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult? Handle with Care. Also, I will tell you which books I have actually read of her. Some of these books I'm just buying because I like the copies I have at home are super beaten up, and I also just wanted to own all of her books. So, I've read this one now. Keeping Faith, House Rules, Songs of the Humpback Whale, Keeping Faith again because I'm not sure which cover I like better, and I'm not sure which one will blend in with all the other ones yet. That's my life, but again, don't judge me because it's probably like $2, so it's okay. Picture Perfect by Jodi Picoult, Leaving Time, Sing You Home, Harvesting the Heart, and I have read this book. And last but definitely not least is Change of Heart by Jodi Picoult, and this is one of, I think this is my, actually, not one of my favorite, this is definitely my favorite of Jodi Picoult. And if you've ever wanted to start reading Jodi Picoult, even though her most popular books are The Pact, 19 Minutes, or My Sister's Keeper, I really, really, really recommend this book. I've never been so physically, like, what do I want to say? I've never been so physically affected by a book like this one, so definitely read this book if you have not read this book and you want to start reading her books. So, those are the books that I currently have from the Friends of the Library sale. The sale is still going on for the next 3 days, but I, first of all, don't know if I'm going to go again, but to be honest, I probably will go again. But I don't expect to buy too many more books, but this is one of the only days I could film this month because of the fact I'm going back home for the summer and also finals and stuff, so this is like the best day for me to film. So I might buy a few more books from that sale, but I'll probably include them in my next haul, or I might just like do a little side video of the books that I buy. But that is all I have for you today, and I will see you next time.